that Strange Music's been doing a lot of changes, like Rittz has left, and stuff like that. I was wondering if you can give me some insight of where the label's moving as a whole. I noticed you guys now have a pop division with y'all's new singer and stuff like that. Is that something Strange is doing? Like you guys are just kind of recollecting or expanding, or there's a lot of things are different than they were like 10, 15 years ago when y'all was on tour just for you, and then now it's turned into what it is now.
I mean, as far as the business side of Strange, I don't have no say so on that end. But
Right.
with any, just like anything else, man, with time, everything grows. You know what I mean? And so with Travis's daughter, Mackenzie Nicole, growing into her talent and becoming such a talented little artist, and she's fearless. You know what I mean? So she's ready
Right.
to attack the world. Like she's ready to give it a shot. So he's in position to give her that shot. So she's up next. You know what I mean? But
Right.
as far as like Strange actively trying to change, without being on the inside, I could say that's not true, man. It's just like anything. Everything with time grows. Like if you look at your own life, you're not doing the same shit you was doing 10 years ago.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
just human nature. Change is the one thing we know is coming, whether you like it or not.
Right. And speaking about change, I watched an interview that Tech did with Vlad TV, and he said that he's going to give it 4 more years as far as the rap side goes and kind of do what Travis is doing, molding artists, signing artists. He'll jump here and there on tracks and maybe do festivals. Is that something he's been planning to do for a while? Is that something new, or, is that valid, or, as far as that goes?
Like I say, man, I can't give you what's inside that brother's mind. I can just tell you what I'm on, man. You know what I
Right.
mean? But like I say, same answer for real. It's just like anything else. The brother's getting older. He's been doing this shit for the majority of his life. So, that's the lane he sees himself going in. So if he says it, I believe it.
Right. Right. Okay. So, Big Scoob, I know that you dropped a couple albums the last, 7 years. You got Damn Fool, and then the last project you did was a Big Hog, correct?
Yeah, HOG, Hand of God.
Yeah. Yeah, and I see this new one you got going, man. I'm really excited for it. What can we expect on this new album? Because my favorite album is Damn Fool. When I bought my first little N9ne VIP package and I got that CD in the mail, man, that's been my shit I've been bumping for the last 7 years, dog. So I'm excited to see what this new project's gonna be. And
that's cool. That's cool, man. And like I say, I appreciate, when I get that love, I appreciate it to the fullest.
Right.
Actually, though, my first album on Strange was Monsterific.
Right.
Damn Fool was my second album.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Then I did an EP called No Filter.
Right.
And then I came back with HOG, which in my opinion is my best work. I like HOG, you know what I mean? I
Right.
did the type of music I listen to. But on this new project, man, when I released my last project, on the release date, I was laid in the bed, man. I couldn't walk. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I didn't walk for 4.5 months. And then I rehabbed for another 4.5 months just to get back to normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Since I've been a kid, man, I've been struggling with what's called gouty arthritis.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So since I got older, being an alcoholic didn't help it none.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I thought, I was just having another gout attack, but as it turned out, I also have rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay.
So this album, I say that to say, this album here, man, I went through hell. You know what I mean? I lost my life. You know what I mean? Lost my life, lost my houses, cars, materialistic shit to some, but to me, it was the shit I earned. It's the shit I was into. You know what I mean? Everything fell to where, I can honestly say I went through the worst period of my life to date.
Right.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, on this new project, I explain a lot of that. I talk about a lot of that, man. I cry a minute, you know what I mean? And then from that turned me, into fuck everybody, fuck everything. You know, I don't give a fuck. So that made me get on some gangster shit that, you know, in actuality, I know better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know better, but that's where my circumstances led my head to. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why the project is called Duality.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The project's Duality because I start the album off by saying, inside of me there's two dogs. One good, one mean and evil. And they constantly fight. When I'm asked which one will win, my reply is the one I feed the most.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So that's what this project is really. This project is saying, I went through rough times. I didn't handle it well in the beginning. Now I'm coming out the other side of it and I'm figuring out who I am and who I'm supposed to be. And if all this shit I talk, all this shit I say, I'm a special human being, I'm a warrior, I'm this. If all that shit's true, then it's time to prove it.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what you can expect on this project.
Any big name features on there? I know that the last project you had Be Legit, 40 and a couple other guys. Who do you got coming up on this next project? Or is it just more or less Big Scoob and the Strange Music fam, or who do you got?
Well, actually, man, I didn't want no features on this project.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I went back and forth. I was going to name the album Big Scoob featuring Big Scoob. On some real shit because I was on fuck everybody.
Right.
But while working on the project, you know, people get to hearing shit I'm working on. So that didn't last for long, you know what I mean? And motherfuckers came in. So I got Be Legit on the project again, you know what I mean? Be Legit, that's my guy, man. I got Mickey Slick on the project.
Okay.
I got my RDVs, you know what I'm saying? I got Mr. White Bear, Texas Will, my guy Boogeyman. You know, I got a few fresh faces as well. And just like probably an hour ago, I just got the file sent back to me from Fat Joe.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be some gangster ass shit right there. Big Scoob featuring Fat Joe. This gonna be some shit.
Right.
Okay. So you mentioned Mitchie Slick, and I bring him up to say that, and I know you've heard a lot about this, and I'm not sure if you've been asked about this publicly or not, but as a fan and as somebody who respects hip hop, I just kind of want to ask you this question. You can answer it, you can't, you know, we can bypass it, but I wanted to know how you felt about this dude, 6ix9ine. I know that he's trying to claim the same shit that you and Tech and everybody's from, and folks like YG and, you know, The Game, and even people down south, you know, down in Texas. I got some homeboys, I'm from Texas, that kind of ran him out the town. How do you feel about clowns like that? You know, I mean, I don't know, you know, because me personally,
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? This is my opinion on the whole thing. You know, I'm not from the origin of any of these street gangs. Even my neighborhood gang, the 5-7, you know, 57th Street Road Dogs. Like, my older guys started that. You dig what I'm saying? And we carried the torch on, you know. And then when the gang bang wave came from the West Coast, and I had the big homie Rock come down, and Rock bought down his thing and jumped us in his way, and the way our neighborhood evolved with the blood shit. I say that to say, like, you know, it's rules in place in everything.
Right.
So if you don't follow the rules, you got to understand the backlash. You understand? But with that being said, man, everything gets commercialized. At some point, everything gets commercialized. So, you know, these youngsters is doing what they think is right. It's what they think is right. You know, whether I like it or not, that's the line they pushing. You know what I mean? And so long as them cats, like, I'm going to say this, like, a lot of Tech fans are rock and roll fans, right?
Right, exactly, yep.
And they enjoy Tech's music because he comes with that energy. He gives them that energy that feels like it could be a rock and roll song.
Right.
But for real, he's doing rap. So when my music comes on the same label as Tech, getting pushed through the same avenues, them same rock and roll fans that aren't really rap fans, now they're critiquing my music and they don't know shit about my music.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not making it for them, so I didn't expect them to like it.
Yeah.
So when I see 6ix9ine or I see anybody else that's these new cats, that's this new wave of music,
Right.
I don't push play on it.
Right.
So therefore, I don't have to critique that guy on his craft, on what he does, which in reality, he's trying to feed his family like everybody else. So
Yeah.
on one hand, I say, I don't knock them brothers, man. Do whatever the fuck you do. But
Right.
on the other hand, I say it's rules to everything. So if you're going to claim something, if you're going to try to further carry that torch to the next level, you got to be respectable to the people that carried that torch before you.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean? So.
I mean, I get that. I get that. You know, I grew up in a neighborhood. I didn't gangbang. You know, that was not
Right.
my thing. But I understand politics. I understand
Right.
that, you know, when what was, because I'm from down south, but grew up north as well. So what you could do up north or what you can do down south doesn't mean, you know, vice versa. If you go somewhere
Right.
else, you know, it's just. And like I said, I bring that up because, like I said, I am a fan. I have followed your music. I have followed you
Right.
in tech. And I know you guys' history. So I just kind of wanted to get, you know, I guess, you know, no better way to say it other than a real gangster's perspective because
let me say it like this, bro. I'm gonna go even deeper on you. That's just like a fraternity. I think I'm gonna say this right. Omega Sci-Fi. That's a fraternity, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's just like their pledges, their brothers have to follow the rules
yeah,
that has been set before them. They have to respect what that is that was set before them. So you don't even have to get into no gangster shit to understand why guys are upset.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, for real.
homies have died for this, whether you believe in it or not. We believe in it. Homies have died for this. Homies are in the penitentiary for this. Like, it's rules and regulations. You can't, just because your music is popping right now, you can't jump into this shit and be on some, I'm going to do this shit my way. I'm going to take it this direction now. Who told you to?
Yeah,
That's all. You know what I mean? So other than that, man, I don't really speak on that shit much. I leave that alone because
right.
everybody say, you know, how you old niggas is hating. Y'all doing, I'm not hating on nobody. Do your thing, youngster. But at the same time, don't act like you don't understand what this man that's been doing this shit for the majority of his life has an attitude, which you see why. You know why.
Right, right. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Trying to think. There's something else. Oh yeah, yeah. So I noticed that you guys also signed JL and B Hood, and like I said, I've been following y'all for a while. I wasn't sure a while back because, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. There's a lot of people who work with Tech, or work with yourself, or you know, Calico, whoever, and then kind of jumps on the strange train for a while and then tries to rap and then doesn't get signed or whatever the hell it may be, you know, and I didn't know about JL for a while. And I only bring him up because he is from Kansas, correct?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, yeah. So, what took so long for him to get signed? Because I know he's been working with y'all for a while. I know he's done work with Tech and Calico for a while. So how did that come about? And, you know, his music kind of reminds me of a big Scoob, you know, not so much, you know, a Tex, you know, with the gritty and the fast raps and it's just more kind of laid back and, you know, it's just that thing, I guess. I mean, do you know much about how he got signed or, you know, what came about it and how long he was kind of running with you guys or how that came about?
Well, I mean, yes and no. Like, I mean, you know, when I first started my label, when my guy, rest in peace, Diamond Shield, started his label, Midwest Side Records.
Right.
That's who signed Tech when Tech got dropped off his deal with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? We had a studio in our neighborhood. Across the street from the studio was a little youngster named Deuce. His father, his aunties, all of them are from our neighborhood. They grew up in our neighborhood.
Right.
His friend was JL. So we seen them little guys growing up as we was doing our thing in the streets, just now getting into this music. I knew him when he was a kid. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Little Deuce died. JL moved on. I didn't know what happened to him. You know what I mean? I knew nothing about him. So he jumped on, I think, one of them Chopper songs with Tech or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the fans took to him, so he kept working with Tech. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he worked the deal out of it.